going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Mystery Knife Collection giveaway live event. Tonight's event is live participation required, so make sure that you are here because you're not going to want to miss the 10 amazing knives that I have planned to give away in tonight's live stream. They really are spectacular. As I was saying to my patrons earlier, many retailers and knife companies have caught on that these giveaways are very popular. And so I've had a huge uptick in offers for free stuff, which I have said yes to all of it because it directly benefits you guys. Demco said, hey, can we send you stuff for giveaway? And I said, yeah, absolutely. It's just one of the examples. I don't want to ruin any of the surprises, but yeah, it's the giveaways are going to be pretty great for a long time. So, we were sorry I didn't get the live stream started because we were talking about the fight. I imagine everybody wants to watch Mike Tyson and Jake Paul on Netflix tonight. I sure do. So that's why we're doing it at 5:30, and we're going to end it probably slightly early so everybody can get ready and go. You know, get in front of the TV. So we'll probably go to about 6:55 my time. So just 5 minutes before the fight. Patrick Jaco, welcome to Knights Around Knights Race Your Swords for Patrick. I am going to continue the trend from last live stream. I will read every single super chat tonight. I have done a bad job of that in the last like 6 months. So I'm dedicated to that. If you leave a super chat tonight, I will read it, but don't feel obligated. MC, spot me 50 and bet Tyson to win for me. Listen, I have my own money on Tyson. Gifted 10 to Metal Complex memberships. I appreciate that. Bradford Mitchell, appreciate that. Thank you. Congrats to the winners. We got distracted talking about the fight. And, you know, everybody's talking about, you know, is Mike going to, like, bite his ear off? Or I want an anime knockout. I want something that will be immediately turned into a permanent part of internet culture. I want something epic. I view Jake as the Frieza of the internet, and Mike is essentially Goku. Like, that's essentially what we're watching tonight, is Goku versus Frieza the first time around. Jake Paul murdered all the Namekians. If you're not caught up on the lore, Jake Paul killed all of the Namekians because he's greedy. He's searching for the Dragon Balls because he wants immortality. Mike Tyson, you know, he can't have that. He's just trying to live a peaceful life, you know, on a farm with his wife Chi-Chi and his son Gohan. So Mike Tyson traveled to planet Namek to give Jake Paul the old what for? To give him the old howdy doody. We got to stop Jake Paul from getting the Dragon Balls. We do not. we don't want Jake Paul to become immortal. It's like, does anyone want Jake to win? Like, does anyone want that guy to win? I can't imagine anyone does. But, you know, as is the case, I mean, like, that's the thing. People are worried about, is it rigged? There's obviously a lot of buildup, a lot of hype, and a lot of people pushing for Mike, right? What does it create? It creates opportunities for people to win a lot of money betting on the opposition. So, for those of you who are gambling, which I don't recommend, I said I had money. I'm not putting any money on anybody. I was just joking. Consider that. I'm not putting any money down. I'm rooting for Mike Tyson. In my mind, I think it would be a little shady if Mike didn't win. Everybody says, "Oh, Mike's old." Have you seen the videos? The guy can move. Like he doesn't. He seems pretty immune to age. So yeah, I don't think his age is going to affect him that much. He's very, very fast, lightning fast. Paul's no slouch, and that's something that people are undermining. That's correct. This isn't just some YouTuber who's like, I took up boxing yesterday. No, he would beat all of us. I mean, I know you guys don't want to hear that, so I saw that super chat. B Sculptor, thanks for the $20. I appreciate that. Very generous. Love the live shows. You're the best. Hey, you're the best. Thank you. Steve Hotchburger, thank you very much for your donation. Just picked up a custom Borka Stitch from Edged Mindset. Gorgeous piece. They are gorgeous, aren't they? Yeah, grail worthy for sure. But yeah, the reality is that Jake Paul would probably beat the crap out of all of us. As much as we would all love to punch him in the face, and believe me, I would love to wind up, get a running start, and punch that clown-faced, donkey-brained idiot right in the face. I would. But he would probably beat the crap out of me in real life. So we can't do it. We need Mike Tyson to do it. We need the end boss of Punch-Out. Before they took him out of the game for biting that guy for fighting went to 0. We need the end boss of Punch-Out from NES to defeat Jake Paul for some reason. I don't know. I feel like all of us will sleep better tonight if he does. Jake Paul would. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, nobody wants to admit that. Guys, he would beat the crap out of all of us. I'm not a small guy, and, like, you know, I wrestled varsity in high school. Like, I'd be okay, but I couldn't beat him. He would beat me up. It'd be terrible. We have a bot. I'm from Israel. Can I enter the giveaway? You absolutely can, but I can't ship to Israel. You have to have a contact in the USA to ship, for me to ship to first, and then they can ship it to you. But yeah, if you win, I'll hold it until you figure out how to get it, how to give me a US address. Yeah, absolutely. Where's the bot? You put money on me versus Jake Paul, you'd lose money. You'd lose money. I don't know how to fight. Guys, I've no training whatsoever in fighting. You'd be losing. I'll tell you what. Put your money in an envelope and you know, attach it to a bird's leg and then set the bird free. That's the same thing. Oh, I'm allowed to use knives? Oh, okay, yeah. Almost two years of being a member. Knives and Knonsense. I know, right? If you didn't know, that's the name of my... Everybody refers to my live streams as MC Live, but the official name of my live streams has always been Knives and Knonsense, with a clever added K to the nonsense, you know, because I'm so clever. Knives and Knonsense, right? Sorry. I know most people don't notice that, but I've been a prison guard and fought much bigger. Okay, but I mean, like, what's the age-old saying? Like, size is only a small part of the equation. Come on now. You're a boxer, you're a wrestler, you do martial arts. The size is only part of the equation. The number of times during wrestling that I lost to somebody smaller than me or not as much, like in high school, I was very muscularly dense for my weight class. The number of times I wrestled somebody that was smaller than me or not as much muscle mass as me, oh my gosh, all the time. The number of times I beat people that were bigger than me, you know? Same thing with UFC, boxing. I mean, it's all the time. The big guy doesn't necessarily always win. Sometimes he does. Hey, MC, glad to have you back in Super Chats. MC making live streams great again. You're the best, brother. Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate that. Raccoon Tactical. Will Maxace restock the Ultim Neptune? They almost sort of do. The Neptune is going to be an integral part of their lineup. They definitely will. Look at my poor thumb. This is me testing the Neptune. If you don't know, after that Reddit post, right, 3 people on Reddit had an issue with their Neptune, and the whole knife world goes crazy. Oh, the PEI version of the Neptune will crack, right? Just because 3 goofers on Reddit had an issue. So I cycled it 300 times, because there were no specific claims of use. I cycled it 300 times and destroyed my thumb. Obviously, it's totally fine. Also, I have to point this out. This knife has been fired a total of 800 times. Because I probably fired it 400 to 500 times. That's my estimate. So let's say 700. Minimum of 400 times before I reviewed it. Yeah. So that's 700 deployments. Not a failure. And definitely no cracks. Well, I mean, like, you know, that's everybody on Reddit to me sounds like Mickey Mouse. Reddit is such a little sewing circle, a little Muppet baby goof, the littlest, tiniest thing. Whoa, no. It's just chaos. Everybody whining and complaining and all. Like, that's why I don't have an account on Reddit. I can't stand it. I'm not like downplaying people's issues. I think the issue, like, obviously, like 3 people had an issue. What's so cringe about it is that it went on Reddit and then everybody was like, "Wah!" Like, just, oh my gosh. It's crazy. The number of people who purchased the knife is probably nuts. Like, the total number of them out there, right? But because it's popular, because content creators made a big deal out of it, right? The reaction to a few of them having an issue was exponentially higher. People on Reddit, like, are the source of that false fire all the time. You use Reddit for crochet. Reddit is obviously a place where you can get useful information, but it is a notorious cesspool for drama queens, right? And the people of Reddit don't consider themselves that way. They consider themselves, it's kind of like that meme of Twilight with the council, like, looking over the balcony. That's how Reddit sees themselves. In reality, it's a beehive that can, you know, people can throw rocks at it from a distance. The bees get really upset, but they can't really do anything about it. They don't really have any control over anything. They just, you know, they fly around faster for a little bit, and then they forget about it. Fire the Draco a few times. I ordered one today. Okay, I will. And I gotta say, just so everybody's clear, it's just like I was telling everybody all day. It's clearly modeled after the Halo 5, the Halo 6. They clearly said, we like the Halo 5, we like the Halo 6, we're gonna make a knife like it. Excuse me. I have combed over every inch of this, and I have compared it directly. Every part, including the button. Every last part. Maxace was very careful not to duplicate a single element. They got a similar silhouette, but every part of this knife compared to the Halo is technically unique on the exterior. So there's no question there. And it operates the same. Someone was like, but it has the clocking thing, it's a copy. Microtech's not the only company to ever do that. The interior, though, that's my question. Is that the same? Because if that's identical, if that's like line for line, then that's actually a problem. But no, yeah, even the firing button, as close as it looks, if you look up pictures of the Halo, they did actually alter it. So some people are going to say copy, clone, and that's by definition is inaccurate. A clone or a duplication would be line for line, and it isn't. But there's no hiding it. They wanted to create their own Halo. So here we go. Holy crap. This is stupidly powerful. Stupidly powerful. Yeah, from my memory, it is definitely more powerful than the Hydra. And I need to hold a Halo. I bet you anything if it's not as powerful, it's so close. I bet it's exactly as powerful. This is crazy, the amount of force. Big blade. Lot of power. Really scary. It's also huge. 4 1/4 inch blade, 4.3 inch blade. Oh my goodness. Gotta hold that button down though. I'm shocked that Maxace was able to create that, given, you know, being in China. I know it's a long shot, but Maxace could have licensed the mechanism. They could have, yeah. Somebody was telling me earlier that it has to be a bare minimum of 20% different. Like, I don't know if that's true. Like, it's got to, if there's like a patent filed on some mechanism, then it's got to be a bare minimum 20% or something like that. I don't know. But on the exterior, it's definitely at least that. Feisty, Fizzy, welcome to Knights Around Knights Razor Swords. Is that the Neptune? Yes, it is. Interesting front flipper over the T1000. Oh yeah, that's the Katsu KS Z1 or something. It's Sanmai Satin DLC, ZDP, Zirconium front scale, and Zircotai with a Zirconium pocket clip. This is a wild one. It's a really weird knife, but extremely well made. Can you tell me why I should get a Chris Reeve instead of a Wii knife? Just something about Wii. So I'll tell you right now. The only reason to buy a Chris Reeve over the Wii is for the legacy and if you want to support a U.S. knife company, which is a valid reason. I mean, like, you're going to hear a lot of hype, and, you know, you're going to hear it from Chris Reeve owners. Oh, the Chris Reeve Sebenza is the greatest knife ever made. Oh, it's an incredible workhorse. Yeah, probably because they own one, right? The truth is, yeah, it's a great tool. Do you have to buy a Chris Reeve to get a great tool? No. I mean, 20 years ago, it was at a lot higher, like, you know, it was on a much bigger, a higher pedestal. But the truth is lots of companies can do that now. And Wii knives, in terms of machining and execution, are far more impressive for less money. So if you want, like, the really technical machining, you want all the super crazy, super cool this or that, and you can get the same materials, right? Go with a Wii. If you want the USA, if you want the legacy of Chris Reeve, who literally invented the frame lock, go with the Chris Reeve. They don't have great action, and the thumb studs suck. I don't care what anybody says. The thumb studs on the Sebenza suck. But they are easy to maintain and disassemble, and they do make good tools. Yeah, Goku, what's up, man? Thanks for your donation. Slice my finger at work with scissors because I'm not allowed to use my knife. The irony! Oh, God. Oh, no. When you can't use your knife when your boss is around? Your boss sucks. Your boss is an idiot. Stupid idiot boss. Don't let me see that knife. Don't let me see that knife. Use scissors. The last time I did that, ordered a Draco. Looking forward to my first single action. Can't wait to not win the giveaway number 118. How much is the Draco? I haven't actually looked up the price yet. I know it's obviously substantially lower than the price of the Halo 6, which, by the way, if they bring it back, guys, in the video I said 800. I bet you anything it's 750 plus if they bring it back. What's the price of the Draco? 288 to 800. So you can get a base model Draco for 288. That's insane. That's insane. That's unbelievable. 288. I was guessing the base price would be 350. So the $800 versions are obviously the versions that have like Zircotai on them, which is cool. Maxace never gives me those, but 288. That's crazy. Oh my God. Is AliExpress? I would not buy knives off AliExpress. It's a dice roll. Like, yeah, they do technically carry like some of the premium clones, but like AliExpress is like where you go if you have no self-respect and you're willing to roll the dice on incredibly low-priced items. And, you know, some of the companies like Maxace, I think, has operations on AliExpress. I just wouldn't... Like if you buy something from there, you'll probably get it. But the products are so... I don't know. I mean, you could technically say the same thing about Amazon. I don't like AliExpress because they carry a lot of clones. But then again, so does Amazon. So maybe I'm contradicting myself. I'll tell you what. If you're going to avoid one website to buy knives, the number one most shameful place to buy knives on the internet is Teemu. If you buy your knives on Teemu, I'm not saying I'm judging you, but I'm judging you. Don't buy your knives on Teemu. Don't buy your knives on Teemu. That's just bad. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, like, it's like paying somebody to take a crap in a box and mail it to you. That's what it's like. That's what you're doing. Poop in a box, tape it up, and send it to me. Here's some money. That's what you're doing. Mama said Teemu's the devil. Yeah. TikTok. Oh boy, if you're here from TikTok, your crowd loves Teemu. You guys always ask me when I'll show some $800 knife, and somebody from TikTok, Teemu link, like asking if they can get it on Teemu. Oh God, that's adorable. Oh, TikTok is the freaking Wild West, man. There's so many goofballs. But I'm happy to, even if I get 5% of my followers on TikTok, if I get them converted and I get them to figure it out and they learn something, that's a win in my book. TikTok, truthfully, the TikTok crowd is a lot nicer than the YouTube Shorts crowd. But they're equally as oblivious. It's two different populations of people, and neither of them, the vast majority of them, don't know anything. But the YouTube Shorts crowd is angry. The TikTok crowd is not quite as angry. I think they're younger kids who are not quite as prone to like starting arguments in the comments. But they definitely all shop on Teemu. Not all of them. 95% of them. Yeah, it is a Giratina. So if you don't know about Pokemon cards, then you're not going to care. But if you know about Pokemon cards, you know what this is. And that's a PSA 10. So that's a. I'm going to tell you right now, the card is worth more than most of the knives on the table. Not all of them, but it is worth more than most of the cards on the table. That card goes up and down. That card will fluctuate like by $100 or $200 every day. But like at one point, it was going on eBay for. It's not worth 25 grand. No, I wouldn't have it out here for 25 grand. No, I paid a long time ago. I bit the dust and paid 600 for it, and I got lucky, and it skyrocketed. I think right now you can get them for about $925 on eBay, but at one point they were going for $1,300. That's just I bought it along with a lot of the other PSA 10s I own because they all have been going up over time. I think I've made a few $1,000s on. I mean, in theoretical value, because they sell all the time, but the total value of the collection, according to the Collector app, has gone up by a few $1,000s. And I do have a 4-star Dragon Ball. That is real. I did find that. You know? Thought I hit a gas line in my backyard. Nope, turns out one of the Dragon Balls. So, 6 to go, and I can make my wish. Tactical Llama EDC, I love that name. Thanks for your donation. Really awesome Dragon Ball and PSA 10 Giratina bucket list item. So it was at 3K subs last MC giveaway, now sitting at 7? Wow. Dude, good for you, man. That's serious growth. Wow. That's awesome. That's a major milestone. You know, I read a statistic that less than 5% of all people who create a YouTube channel with the goal of growth, like legitimate growth, less than 5% ever reach 1,000 subs. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you consider the total number of YouTube channels out there, it's absolutely true. So you hitting 7,000, you have to understand it's pretty low. Like you're a pretty low percentage, you know? So 7,000 subs is a pretty serious number. That's very respectable. Good for you. That's a lot of people, man. Took you 2 months to get out of 40 subs? Yeah, I hear you. It took me 3 months to hit 100. Oh, wait. Yeah, it was 3 months to hit 111 months to get to 1,000. Wicked Dream only has 70? What? Can you guys sub to Wicked Dream? Like, that guy makes awesome knives. Hold on. Let's give some subs to Wicked Dream. Hold on. Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. You gotta promise me you're gonna upload more, but Wicked Dream is actually a knife designer. So, hold on. Go sub to Wicked Dreams. I pinned it at the top of chat. Wicked Dream, like, that, he makes awesome stuff. The Nefarious is an awesome. Oh, he's only at 48, yeah. The guy should have 100,000, but you got to make more content for sure. Rob's Nerdy Knives, thanks for your donation. Hey, MC, feel like I'm a minuscule shadow on your about 6,500. But listen, don't compare it. There's no reason to compare your sub count to anybody else's sub count. We're all people, right? So me at whatever number, you at whatever number, we're all part of the knife community, right? There's no like anybody's better than anybody because of sub count. So 6.5 thousand is extremely respectable. But anyways, your channel about 6,500 subs. Fun. I received my Hog House Model T Gen 2. Such a nice knife. Do you still like your Model T? The Model T is one of the most impressive knives in its class, for sure. And I know that you know that, for sure. Yeah, follow Rob, for sure. 6,500, definitely respectable. But, I mean, that's the thing. Like, subscribe to as many different people as you can. Is that the 71? Let's get Wicked Dream up to at least 100. You guys should be paying attention to Wicked Dream designs. Like, the Nefarious is definitely one of the most unique designs of 2024. That blade shape, which is a combination of... It's like a Spanish tip razor and like like some sort of modified tanto with a secondary recurve, which is really weird. But it's such a cool knife. Even if there's not a lot of utility necessarily, I mean, unless it's very specific to the blade, maybe something to do with food, or I'm not really sure what you would use that blade for. I think you designed it just for fun. But it is very unique for sure. Stacy, hey Stacy, listen, update on your package. So we're in the process of moving everything back around. It's kind of hard to explain, but I promise you I'm going to open that, and I've been saving it because I want to make sure and share it with everybody. So I'm not trying to ignore you or hold out on you or anything like that, but I was hoping to chat with you so that you'd know. I don't have you on the back burner. 5 years coming soon. You have the final helmet. Did it happen like literally tonight? Because your profile is updated with the most accurate helmet there, or the most recent helmet, or the final helmet. Let's look at Wicked Dream here. Yeah, Wicked Dream is at 82. Let's get Wicked Dream up to 100. Yeah, and it's at 18 more. The top of chat is the Wicked Dream profile. Just click at the top of chat and go sub to Wicked Dream. There's 700 of you in here. We can get Wicked Dream to 100. Get Wicked Dream to 100 and I'll shut up about it. 86. Come on, you guys are being slow. 90. 94. Keep going. Link at the top of chat, 101. There you go. Perfect. I'll give you guys a quick incentive to join Patreon. I'm not going to do the full pitch. If you want to join my Patreon, you can do it for $1 a month. But I absolutely have a knife sale coming up, and next week we do the Patreon exclusive giveaway. So if you want to get in on a giveaway, which it will absolutely be not a regular premium knife, but something spectacular, my patrons will tell you, I give away a spectacular premium knife once a month, something usually pretty fancy. Last time it was the Wii Tour. So we'll do something similar for the next one. But if you want to get in on a second giveaway and an awesome community of people, private Discord, private buy, sell, trade, all of that, once a week exclusive content, and private knife sales where I discount everything, Patreon is linked at the top of chat. We have a huge community over there, and they're very active. It's a fun group. Heard MC smells like coleslaw and spaghetti. I mean, as far as what you guys know about me, you know, that's not necessarily a bad guess. I hope not. You have to deal with Brew. I love Brew. Brew is Brewhound. He's my number one, man. I love all my moderators on Discord, but Brewhound, man, that guy's been a trooper for years. For years, Brewhound's been great. Bradford Mitchell, welcome to Hog House is better. Welcome to Nights Around is what I was trying to say. Which Hog House is better, the Valley or the Model T? Well, the Valley's a bigger knife. The Model T, I would say, is a little more impressive, both in terms of action and because it's contoured. I love my Valley, but if they take what they did with the Model T and apply it to a new Valley, like if they do a Valley Gen 2, it will be the best in-class knife for that territory. I'm dead serious. If they do what they did with the Model T and apply it to the Veli for Gen 2. It will be best in class. Super confused why you haven't sold me that Katsu yet. Also, the Wii Acumenol or Wii Cinewave or Sine Wave. Each on either side of the Rook. Thanks for the dope content. For sure. Thanks very much, Derek. It's because I want to keep them. Because I can be a little greedy. As many knives as I give away, I do still collect knives, and I really want to keep them. New to knives, love your content. I'm really happy you're here, Fountain Pen Jedi. There is so much to this world, and the best thing about the knife community is that the best parts of it will tell you to explore and enjoy what makes you happy. Find something inexpensive to start with and climb from there, and you get to go through your own path and decide what you like for yourself. I like to think that the knife community, for the most part, is much less snobby than the watch community. We kind of encourage each other to find different content creators and different brands that appeal to you specifically, and as long as you are happy with what you're buying, you can't make a bad decision. If you're buying something that makes you happy and you're using it and it's doing what you want it to do, then it's money well spent. It doesn't matter if it's $20 or if it's $2,000. If you're happy with it, you bought the right thing. Civivi is really upping their game. They're really spectacular. Here's a great example, actually, for the gentleman who's new to knives. This right here is the Civivi. I always forget. It's brand new. Actually, I think it's still on pre-order. The Placoid. This is a 14C28N blade on the larger side at 8.5 inches, and they actually did a shred G10, which looks like a frosted over window. But it has beautiful ergonomics. It has thumb studs that are of the elite breed, the perfect thumb studs. Beautiful thumb stud and flipper combination, great blade shape, really good belly, nice thin edge. It's a great example of what Civivi can do for $53, I think. Really good, like really hyper impressive for $53. Left and right-handed mounting positions for the pocket clip. Just really good, really cool. That's the only budget knife that's out here tonight. I just am really impressed with it. I think it's one of the best budget knives of 2024. Long shot, but if you ever want to party... I thought you said if you ever want to party with Dalibor. I was like, you inviting me to a private party with Dalibor Burgum? I'll take that offer. You're asking me if I want to part with my Dalibor. I appreciate that you're asking, but that will be a permanent part of my collection forever. This is the most legendary thing that I own. And I just, man, like, it was such an involved process. Like, I feel spiritually connected to that knife, you know? Do you have time to enter? Yeah, absolutely. You got time to enter. A USA Demco 80 20.5. They make a USA 20.5 now? Chat confirm. Am I missing out on the 80 20.5 made in the USA? Is that real? The closest to the link in the description card to the right is... I'm just going to go ahead and touch it. A fully handmade with sole authorship materials. $6,000 mirror polished Sanmai Daltanium Dalibor Burgum unnamed. This is a very, very expensive and rare piece. Definitely the most visually impressive, or let's say visually striking knife that I own. I know, sorry, I wasn't supposed to touch that one. I just finished polishing it up too, and I got fingerprints all over it now. $20 on Teemu though. I get that all the time. I could get that for $20 on Teemu. Oh, TikTok. Soundwave versus Acuminal, what's the better knife? So the Soundwave is a better value. The Acuminal is way too much money for Vanax, but God, it's a good-looking knife. Was your first custom knife you ever ordered was the Dragonfly from... I have a Timascus and Damacor Dragonfly that was about $3,000 from Herman. The Acuminal is a beautiful flipper. Like, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's got a Vanax blade. It's not quite an optimal heat treat, in my opinion, but it's way too much money. It's close to the price of my own Integral. I have an Integral Excalibur that's $400 in Vanax. And they're charging $374 for the sandwich construction and a lower HRC. I love Wii knives, but I just don't understand. And I love this knife. I think it'd be fine at $300. $280 to $300 be fine. Vanax is very expensive. Do I have a preferred scale material? Base scale material, I love titanium. But for the exotic stuff, I love zirconium Timascus or zircotite. I love superconductor. I love twills or like Alitex. This is an emerald Alitex on the Showgroff F3 in LMAX. Beautiful. I love silver twill or white Alitex. I think that's really nice. Just I like a lot of flashy stuff. But Great Blades, still on the path of 250 subs. Obviously, it's hard to say exactly, but it's something to work towards. When will brands want to work with an EDC channel? Even if I can't keep up, it would just help with content creation. So the best strategy to like work with brands is to just swing at every ball. Like, I mean, you can reach out to companies, and there are definitely companies out there who like to work with smaller content creators. But I'll tell you the secret to how I grew. In the beginning, I built my channel off of community loaners. And a lot of you have been around since those days, but there were times where I would say, if anybody is willing to loan me a knife that they would like to see me review, you know, just tell people like, hey, if you're uncomfortable with that, I get it. But if you'd be willing to ship me the knife, let me review it, I will ship it back to you. And I was lucky enough to have people in my own community who were willing to do that and roll the dice. And a lot of you remember Jeff Goodenow was one of the people who had a lot of really high-end stuff, who was willing to lend me some stuff. And he did, and I always mailed everything back, and I always stayed perfectly honest, and it let me grow my channel. So, you know, not everybody in your community is going to be willing to do that, but some people will. And it's a really good way, if you're willing to spend the money on shipping, it's a really good way to get your hands on some interesting things and, you know, create some content that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do. But the knife community is far more generous than a lot of people realize, and there's nothing wrong with asking your community in your community tab if anybody would be willing to send you some stuff. Once you grow much larger, like well over 1,000, it's a lot easier to get the attention of certain retailers and certain entities if you talk with them or communicate with them a lot, you know? Should I buy a Drift Large? I don't know much about quiet carry. I like the Drift. I think that's money well spent, like as a tool. I don't have one in my collection. It didn't necessarily speak to me, but it is definitely a good tool, and it's super thin. I was doing community loaners all the way up through 100,000 subs. And it got to the point where, you know, people knew that they could trust me, so I would create lists, and people would just mail me stuff. And they always got it back. It does get expensive, though, because you want to ship priority shipping, you know, and people are going to expect that. And if it's something really nice, you're going to have to insure it. I remember for a long time, you know, essentially paying for my own content. But I always enjoy making content, you know, and like the stuff that Scott sends me, I spend way more money insuring that stuff and sending it back than I ever do on the ad revenue. Like that costs me money. To showcase Scott's stuff, I actually pay to do that. It's fine, because I like that stuff. It's stuff that I've never experienced, and I don't care, because the goal is to share it with people, you know? You ever mess around with dendritic cobalt terravantium alloy knives? Yeah, I have the, thanks to the donation, I have the, god dang it, the Invictus. in with the Terrain 365 Invictus. I have that in my collection. That is such weird stuff. It doesn't feel sharp, but it has never lost its edge. I still can't get a read on exactly what the potential edge retention is. It can't rust, like the whole knife is like essentially rust proof because it's not steel. But yeah, it's wild. I haven't done enough testing to really know, and I can't say that I ever will. You had that Giratina, you sold it for knife money. My goal with because my kids and I love to collect Pokemon cards, and they have a lot of ungraded cards, and I've taught them about, like, as soon as you find the rare card, you have to put it in a sleeve. All your friends are gonna have bent up cards. Your kids are gonna wipe their butts with their cards, you know, and you got to be the kid who doesn't do that. And so I taught them about putting them in sleeves, putting them in hard cases, keeping them out of the sun, finding a nice spot to keep them and not touch them and leave them alone because they'll be valuable. I mean, potentially when you're older, you know. And so they've got a lot. I collect graded cards in PSA 10, and when I'm older, I'll give my collection to my kids, assuming that it has, you know, grown in value. And so far, all of the cards that I bought over the last couple of years have gone up dramatically in price. So I'm not saying Pokemon cards are better than investing in stocks, but, you know, it's not a bad, you know, certain cards are definitely not bad purchases. Cards that I bought for 30 or 40 bucks are worth 200 or 300 now in some cases. Some of them have remained the same, not all of them. This card has gone up by about 400 bucks, which is cool. My kids and I love to open packs. You'll lose a lot of money by buying packs unless you keep them all sealed. It's better to buy certain cards after the new set releases. Wait until the price of the really rare cards drops and takes a dip, because there's a certain amount of time passes initially, and they take a dip in value, which you can track on the collector app. And that's when you want to get on eBay and buy the PSA 10s as soon as they're at their base, or what looks like their base, and then they start to go up a little bit in value. That's the strategy that I've been doing. Yeah, card values went freaking crazy. They're not going as crazy as they were, but they're still pretty good. I have not drawn a name yet. No. You're all good. If you're all here right now, you can still enter. You got plenty of time to enter. What'd you guys think of the UAP hearing? That was wild, right? I got the Cliff Notes. I watched Charlie's video on it and a number of other videos. So, quick take. I think it's all really interesting. They didn't really... I'm still waiting to see, I want to see evidence of a craft or a body. I think it's really, really cool. But these were, big-name people with a lot of merit behind their names testifying. A lot of I don't knows, a lot of maybes, a lot of I'm not at liberty to discuss this or that. Seems pretty serious. I'm in the position that a lot of this stuff is tech that has been developed by private companies. And there's just a lot of people who are like, what? I don't understand what's going on because they're not in a specific space to be in the know. I don't know, but my brain says it's much less likely that it's real aliens and much more likely that it's hyper advanced tech, and we just don't really know exactly how far ahead some of these private companies are. But I did think it was interesting. You know, I would love to find out that it's actual alien surveillance stuff. That it's probably not aliens like flying craft. If it were actual extraterrestrial, it would be like their artificial intelligence drones checking out our planet. I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. I'm not an expert on it. I just the whole thing. I was like, are they gonna show videos? Are they gonna wheel in a craft? Do we get to see it? And no, of course not. It also has an air of preparing us for something. It just seems like there's a lot of let's ease the population into some big unveiling of something, you know? It just seems very scripted. There's something artificial about what's happening, and I just don't trust it 100%. Tyson and aliens, as far as the alien stuff and the Tyson, I gotta be honest, I'm way more hyped to see Tyson fight than find out if we're about to be invaded and ultimately destroyed by aliens. If that's the reality, I would really prefer to see Tyson make a soup bowl out of Paul's face before we get invaded. Can we at least get that? I feel like the alien stuff, people were like, wow, that's crazy. All right, I gotta go to Walmart. Like, if they are conditioning us for this, they're doing a good job of it. Because most of us, if you're like me, you were like, wow, holy crap, that's wild. Okay, let's see what happens, you know? It wasn't really that much of a shock. Like, it was cool, but it wasn't like, I didn't like go into panic mode. Matt Jake, welcome to Knights of the Round. They're taking it seriously. My money's on it's us. My money's on it's private. All these private companies are way ahead. If we figured out the whole 0-point energy or gravity manipulation, of course they'd keep that a secret. Of course they'd develop secret tech. You know? My question is, where did this start? The big question is, they keep talking about reverse engineering. What happened to where we all of a sudden were able to exponentially increase our ability to understand and manipulate these wild exotic technologies? Something happened. What happened? What did we discover? What was the time period? Was it in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s? What did we figure out that sent it on this exponential blast of understanding and development, you know? That's what I want to know. What was the point? What was the event? Pokemon cards rule number 78, never wipe butt with cards. Pokemon cards rule number 78. That is number 78. He's right on the list of things. Don't wipe your butt with him. It's a bad idea. The kid across the street, I'll never forget. This was a core memory. I showed him my Pokemon cards when I was younger, which were in a binder, right? If you were younger and you were in the OG Pokemon card era, we kept our cards in a binder, which looking back was not the best, but it was better than just letting them float around. The kid across the street was like, I have a Pokemon card, I'll show it to you. He brought it over, it was an Abra. Base set, first edition Abra, bent to crap, and he had written his name, which was Wyatt, in crayon, in purple crown, above Abra's head. I remember I was like 9 or 10, and I was like, oh man, I'm offended by this. You have bothered me to my core. You wrote your name on it? I didn't tell him that, but I was like, man, you can't be doing that. Josh H., welcome to Knights Around. Knights Razor Swords for Josh. That triangle craft, is it the TR3B? That triangle thing is definitely real. And I feel like a lot of those videos are 100% real, but I feel like that's an example of something that's definitely us. That triangle thing that everybody thought was, I would put money on that's real, and that's definitely us. And I think that's an example of something where like the USA or some private company within the USA really has that. And that thing is an absolutely terrifying weapon, and I don't think anybody else has that type of stuff. I think the USA has secret technology that's like hundreds of years in the future versus other countries. Like that's what I really think. Maybe I'm biased. But that TR3B triangle thing is, I feel like it's definitely real. And whatever it's capable of is probably terrifying. I love all of the stuff, and I definitely want it to be like, I would love to find out that like aliens that really are real. I want to be, but I'm not gonna believe anything until I see like 100% undeniable proof. Greer, I've seen all of it. I've seen all the Greer stuff. I think it's fascinating. All of it is super cool. And it is so detailed and complex. And a lot of the stories match up. That's the crazy thing. A lot of this stuff matches up, you know? But a lot of it is wild. And you have that group back in the 70s, 80s, 90s that was like specifically in place to spread misinformation to make the entire population look like crazy people. And they admitted to that, right? So, and it also makes it harder because we exist in an age where AI can make anything look like anything, right? TikTok is super susceptible to it. They have all these crazy videos. Did that just change? Why is the live stream upside down? There we go. Sorry about that. That was weird. But yeah, like people can be manipulated and think that anything looks like anything. You know, it's just really convenient for people trying to spread misinformation. It's clearly alien tech, aka Nef tech. Thanks for the donation. I mean, who knows what it is? You know, I mean, nobody really knows. All we can do is guess and just wait and see what happens. But it feels like we're being conditioned for something that's going to... something much bigger that will probably scare a lot of people. You know, it just feels like they're easing into it. Especially, it's like the precursor to this was all the government-funded Marvel movies. A lot of government funding. We just want to make sure that you portray the military accurately. Yeah, and also, like, tell a story about alien invasions and, you know, crazy, you know, mythic technology. And, wow, that's weird, right? You know, you get through that whole... you get through all the Marvel stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, but also, exactly what those movies were about could be exactly realistic. It just feels like prepping. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just observing. I'm just spectating. I'm here to see what happens. I have my guesses like everybody else, but I'm not a professional of anything. I just think it's really interesting. I'm here for the movie. The movie of real life. No, you know those, that it's confirmed that those are government funded. I think it's like 25% of the budget was government funded. I don't know. Why? There's tons of movies out there that don't portray the American military the best way. So like the potentially biggest budget monster, like in your face, attracting all of the audiences, like they have a specific interest in this. How powerful is the Maxace Draco? It is definitely, from my memory, on par with the Halo. It is the most powerful OTF that I've ever experienced behind the Halo, and the only reason I say that is because I can't remember specifically. I need one here. But it is ridiculously powerful. You can't figure out how to enter? So here, there's two white rectangles in the middle of the screen here. One of them says how to enter, and the other one says there's a link in the description. So you open up the description, and there's a link right beside big capital letters that says how to enter, or enter here, I'm sorry, it says enter here. You click on that link, and then you leave a comment under the video. Hey, how am I for super chats? Have I missed any? I feel like I've got them all. If you guys don't know, I've been telling people I've done a terrible job of reading super chats over the last half year. So last live stream, I said I'm making a commitment. Every single super chat I'm going to read, right? And I know this sounds like you're motivating people to leave super chats. It's obviously motivated by greed. No, I mean, yeah, it's nice to get paid, but when you guys leave super chats, I should read them. So just letting you know. I'm reading everything. missed 12 knife. No, I didn't. Auditory, did I really? Nuh-uh. Auditory. Auditory, ask me your question. I'll read it. I'm watching for you now. Did I really miss yours? Auditory, ask your question. I'll read it. I'm sorry about that if I did. I'm waiting for it. I'm looking for you. Any knife sales coming up? Yes. Yes, absolutely. If you want to join Patreon, now's a good time, because I'm definitely doing a knife sale soon. It's linked at the top of chat. $1 a month. You can get in on everything. There's no limitations to the price tiers. You gain access to everything for $1 a month. Thanks, Chase. I can't read it because it just says $2. Thank you. Auditory says, was a while ago. It was just a joke about never making it to 1,000. Oh, you will. You'll make it to 1,000, Auditory. If you listen, consistency's the key. Be consistent. If you set enough lures, you'll catch a fish. Right? That sounds negative, like it's manipulation, but if you keep tempting the algorithm, eventually the algorithm will find a reason to promote your content. That's the game. You make one video, it's a huge dice roll. You got to make lots of videos, and you need to work hard. You need to create quality content. Be honest. Be yourself. Tell people what you really think. Try not to be overly negative. Try to be unbiased. Try to be accommodating for as many people as possible, but at the same time, be honest. Be welcoming. Let new people know that it's safe here, and, you know, as much as I contradict myself and argue with people in the comment section, let people know that they're welcome. I definitely do argue with people. How many Excaliburs have you sold? What? Waiting on mine? How many pre-orders? We have 1,300 pre-orders for Excalibur, which, by the way, thank you. 1,300 pre-orders for Excalibur. That's a lot. A lot of you are going to have my knife. And I'm really happy to say that I will have the final version of it to show you exactly what you will receive next week. So I will be able to show you I did request that Kunwu give me their best pocket clip on it so that I could show you what it looks like with a different pocket clip, because a lot of people don't like my pocket clip, and I think that's fair. But the version I'm getting is exactly what you're going to receive minus the clip. The clip you're going to get is this, which I like, and I'll stand by this. It works perfectly. It's short, which makes it much more ergonomically comfortable, but you'll have the option. That's the great thing about how they designed it. We'll have modular clips. It'll fit the other Kunwu clips. If you like the wire clip, it'll fit that. I'm not trying to create like a scare, so just understand this. I'm happy that we have 1,300. You say that's 520,000. I'm not making $520,000. My cut is very small because we didn't mark this up. I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's making a killing. We reduced the price of this so much, and the OEM, the people working on it, they have to make money. Sergio has to make some. I got to make some. We've reduced it as much as we possibly could and made our share of things as small as we possibly could, because this is a passion project. It's not a money project. We just grossly underestimated the number of people who would be interested in it. So we made it as cheap as possible, but I'm not making $500,000 on it. No. But anyways, yeah, the pocket clips, I think mine works fine, but you'll have options, right? The modular clips are all going to be there. Tri-State says, take it from me, folks. Profit margins aren't as high as you think. They aren't. That was my biggest eye-opener. I was like, this is real. The amount of room that there is to make money is so thin. Like, so that's you. If you're going to do it, you don't. From my perspective, I didn't want to do it for money because there's not, like, it's so difficult if that's your goal. You know, volume is the key, but we didn't plan on that. I planned on 500 over the course of a year throughout 2025. I didn't expect to do 1,300. But anyways, I'm not trying to create hype or scare anybody into like panic ordering it, but we do have a cap on this stuff. We can sell a total of 1,500 pre-orders, so there are 200 left. I didn't think we'd get anywhere near it. The whole idea was we can make so many that there's no way that we'll have that many pre-orders. And we're actually approaching it. These are supposed to deliver by Christmas, so that's the time that you have, and that's how many are left, essentially. So, and that's the truth. That's the maximum capacity. That's a lot of knives. Chase Hildebrand, thanks for your donation. Can't wait for Blade HQ to drop the Spyderco Para 2, Para 2 Lightweight, Yojimba 2, and Military 2 in 15V. I agree, that'll be really cool. First ever MC Live. Welcome, Darkwater. Thanks for your donation. Just hit 2,000 subscribers last night. Congratulations, that's awesome. Pretty stoked. Huge thanks to the MC community. I'm sorry, for MC for daily content. Shout out to my subs on here right now. Do something kind for someone. Thank you very much. That's cool. Very cool. Oh, I'm sorry, my chat's freaking out. I'm trying to read these. I'm sorry. Definitely made at least $5 on pre-order sales. Just wish I could afford one. Maybe next group. Hey, I know that not everybody can afford it, and I promise you it's going to take a bit because this is a complicated process. But we'll definitely make less expensive versions of Excalibur. The sandwich construction premium version, and eventually the budget version. And listen, we have plans for many other alternate Excaliburs in the future, but it's not going to be a fast process. We can only do one group at a time. So what we're doing right now is the core Excalibur. We're doing my ultimate vision, and then in the future, I will alter it based on what people want. My job is to constantly monitor community feedback, so I will look at it after run one. Want to get some feedback from the community and obviously other reviewers, and we will continue to change things. But what's being made right now is the ultimate original, vision, the first edition, if you will. We had 5 memberships gifted by Jim Barton. Thank you very much, Jim. What time is it? An hour 2. So I'm going to try to cut the stream 5 minutes early so that everybody can be ready. Everybody who wants to watch the fight can be ready. Trying to be respectful of people who are wanting to get in on the live stream, but at the same time wanting to watch the fight. Yep, I'm definitely in the the Tyson group for sure. Is that a new Hawk Talon? Yeah, it's a pre-production, like a prototype. Kumu won't take your cards? Yeah, that's weird. They have PayPal options, I think. It's weird that they won't take your cards. It's probably not. It's probably more of an issue with your bank, like wondering about maybe the IP of the website. The Kumu website is safe. I mean, you have there's a lot of like track records and things on that. It has a good track record. It's a safe site, but a lot of times you have to like talk to your bank and say, hey, can you let this transaction go through? And just let them know. And usually banks can like watch for it and say, the person who owns the account has like called in and pre-approved this transaction. But every now and then that happens. Most likely it's the IP of the website getting flagged. But yeah, it's a safe site. The Kunmu Crew site is a safe site. The turquoise one is the Emerald Alatex or Emerald Carbon Fiber F3, which is probably the single most impressive Shirogраф for the money. This looks like a hyper expensive Shiro. It was $750, which is a lot of money for a knife, but not a lot of money for a Shirogраф. I think I actually like this one more than the other two that I own. It's really great, and it has a thinner blade, so the cutting geometry is a little better. Can you watch it on YouTube? You can't. You mean the fight? You gotta be on Netflix. I was like, you're on YouTube, man. the razor-looking knife at the bottom. Oh yeah, so that's the Surgy or the Surge and Hawk Rook. Very cool, very expensive, very American, very rare. Sorry, I'm looking for a specific comment here. Oh, it's Kunmu's site. Yeah, so it's PayPal only. Okay. Man, they got to work on that, because I feel like we'd have a lot more pre-orders if it wasn't... That's crazy, I forgot about that. I wonder how many more pre-orders we'd have if it wasn't PayPal only. I'm sure there are just basic limitations to that. I don't know about it. Knives, I guess. Thanks for your donation. I passed 3,000 myself. Live streams helped a lot. Awesome. I'm glad that so many of you are growing because of my live streams. That makes me feel really good. I'm definitely in the business of promoting other content creators. And if you don't know, my policy is don't compete with anyone. That's a waste of energy. You should do your best to be friendly with other content creators. You don't have to agree with anyone. But it's a good idea to grow the community in general and give people as many different perspectives as possible. As much as I would love that you guys watch my content as much as you can, you should be getting as many different perspectives as possible, because there are definitely things that I miss and don't get correct. So we are a hive mind, and there's a benefit to a hive mind. We can extract the accurate information together. I hate this song. Great game. Hate the song. Okay, we gotta clear some of these so I can get ready for the giveaway. Give me a sec. We gotta put this. We gotta put the spicy. Whoops! Did I zip the microfiber cloth? That was stupid. We gotta put this guy back in the cloth and ultimately back in the case. He's a special boy. We gotta protect him at all costs. That one does not fit in any slot that I have. Like, even the overbuilt case, I'm not really happy with that one sitting in there. So that one gets its own case. The rest of these, here's the Dragon Ball. It's actually really impressive. I got this off of, I think it was a set on Amazon that was like 40 bucks or something. It's really nice. The kids, I have a full set. The kids love to play with these. But it's like a resin, not glass. So it's plenty durable. But yeah, the kids love those. They think that's... My kids are watching Dragon Ball Z like from start to finish, and they absolutely love it. All right, hang on. Let me put some of these spicy boys back here. What we got that should also go in there? That one. And then some of these other ones can be moved off to the side. Not that I don't respect them as much, I'm just limited on time. None of the videos, or none of the knives on screen are part of the giveaway. The giveaway is all stuff that's off screen. There's the Rex 121. I'm EDCing this. I'm going to let you guys know I will give this away. But my goal right now is to see that if I can actually dull the edge of this Rex 121 Sage 5. And so far, no. I've actually sharpened multiple lead pencils with this thing, and it did nothing to the edge. I'm just trying to see exactly how chippy the edge is. I know that it's chippy, but I'm wondering... For like a regular EDC person, like how chippy is it? Take your time to enter, because like we're coming up on the point where it's about time to do the drawing. So you guys need to go ahead and enter while I get these giveaway knives ready. Come on, where is it? Hold on. This one sunk to the... Did it sink to the bottom? Oh no. did that go? I might have to change up one of the prizes here because I think it disappeared into the bottom. All right. Well, it looks like it did. So you guys are going to benefit from that because I'm going to have to pick something really, really cool to replace it. Hold on. Hold on, let me take a look. I have a wide selection here. That's a good one. Oops. Oh no. Well, give me a sec. Give me a sec. What I'm trying to do, give me time, because I'm trying to pick really cool prizes for you guys. We'll do a couple. We'll make it worth it. This is an improvised selection. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Okay. Let me lay some stuff out here for you guys. Has everyone entered? It's time. You got to do this. Typing in chat is not going to get you entered. You have to follow the instructions on the cards. Read the cards, follow the instruction, get entered, because I'm about to unveil the prizes, okay? All right. Everybody's got the instructions. All right, this is a pretty serious package. Let's start with the, So this is the newest, this isn't even, I don't think this is available yet. But this is the newest button lock, which is the Sentinel Strike 2 from Civivi. So that's going to be available. We have the PMP, and I think this is one of those overbuilt folders. Monster PMP and Midgards, and I forget the name of this, so you guys are going to have to tell me. But this is available, I think, exclusively on Tools for Gents. Enormous. It's like, imagine a less expensive, overbuilt Koenig Aureus. Huge, monster folding knife. So that'll be yours. Oh, I didn't plan this very well. I'm trying to do the less expensive stuff first. The Kaiser, let's see, what is this? Oh yeah. Kaiser Yorkie, smaller guy. I'm trying to give you guys a variety because whoever wins, you're gonna win all of it. So I want you to have stuff that you like. Laconico and Kaiser Yorkie. So there you go, that'll be yours. We have an AM8 here. I think this is a budget knife, almost certainly. Not anything spectacular, right? But a good beater. And this is another one where I've forgotten the name of it. Very straightforward AM8 in almost certainly 14C28N. Titanium pocket clip, steel liner. Good knife, good ergonomics. I can't, this thumb is killing me. But you'll receive that one. We have a concept here. This might be a premium knife. Oh wait, no, is this? I think I know what this is. I'm gonna make somebody really happy. It's time to give this one away. The Corvid XL Desert Warrior is going to be part of this group. Let me put that one back on top of the box. I don't know if these are still available or if they're rare. I think they're probably still available. We have a Devo here, and this is... Hold on, we have a note, so I just read it. The Nip Light, that's right. So we have the Devo Nip Light in purple. And the steel on this guy probably actually says on the card. Yeah, so 154 cm and it's anodized aluminum. We have the Nip Light there. Let's put that one right here. Of course, we have another Kaiser. We have a Militach. I think this is a mini Militach. Probably weird. All the Militas come in like weird. Oh my gosh, the confetti that they put in this. This whole office is covered in Milita confetti. Oh, it's a much more visually digestible mini Milita in D2. So this is a mini Milita in D2, G10 and G10. Hold on, I gotta put all this crap back in the box. Please, Kaiser, don't do that again. I received like every Milita in their entire lineup. So I got all the confetti with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's the last one? Oh, it's right here. So you're also going to get this absolutely crazy Heiser titanium hatchet. This is going to be hard to fit on camera. But you're going to receive the titanium hatchet thing. There we go. Hold on. Somebody will find a use for that. You can paracord wrap that too, which I would definitely recommend. One of the premium ones, we have the Quechua KT Griffin. The last two are going to be premium ones. So this is titanium. We have a button lock, which is a button-operated liner lock in M390. So you'll have that, which is really cool. A little carbon fiber inlay there. I don't know what those go for. Definitely over 200 bucks. And then the final one is actually a bizarre Alliance design. It's called the Keen. Brandon Corbin, M390, black PVD, and designed in the USA, manufactured in China. Almost certainly Riot. But this is a really nice knife. And I had forgotten that I had it here. Super nice, very thin, aggressive hollow grind here. Titanium and micarta. Definitely noticeably more smooth, noticeably more premium than the other stuff that you'll get in this package, but a really, really nice knife for sure. So let's see if we can pack this one in somewhere. Maybe we can move the Yorkie just a little bit. Put this one right here. Okay, so here's your group. If you win tonight, you're getting all of this. I don't know what happened to the Demcos. I had a Demco that I was going to put a shark cub in here because they gave me some to give away, and it sunk to the bottom of that box. I had everything on top, but yeah. So outside of the borders, you're not receiving any of this stuff on the borders, but all the stuff like right here, like obviously the Maxace isn't a part of it. This isn't. Some of these, that's not anything that's here. The Hinder, we're going to pull that back. We're going to pull all this other stuff back so you guys know. But everything that's like obviously on screen and displayed, that's not like often on the edges or the borders of the screen, like this is all part of the package. We have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. I don't know what the total value of this is. I imagine it's pretty high. So if you want to sell it, you want to give it away, you want to keep it for yourself, it's up to you. It won't offend me. It's your stuff. I'm giving it away to you. Whatever you want to do with it is fine. Keep it or pay some bills with it. Whatever you want to do. $1 million. Not $1 million. That'd be cool. I'd give it away to myself. Oh no, no. What's this? Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I'm getting older. I'm getting close to 40. So my thumbs are getting fat and I can't see as well. Give me a sec, I'm loading up the link. Oh no, not 40. Just like immediately offended a whole bunch of people in here. Okay. We got the site. We're at 119. We're on time. We're going to refresh the page so everybody knows it's a fresh page. We're going to scroll down, put the link in here. I'll let you guys all look at the link so you know it's legit. There you go with the date and everything. Feel free to check it. Filter duplicate users is on. We're going to go down here and we're going to click get YouTube comments, which is something that I almost always forget about. Carefully set that down. Let it build up there for a sec. 1,624 people. Look at all of you in here. 1,532 of you. Wow. All that tension. The mystique. The anxiety. What a good time for a Patreon promotion. Real quick, if you want to join my Patreon, it's right at the top of the chat. We're about to do a Patreon exclusive giveaway. It's another giveaway that you can gain access to for $1 a month, including other benefits include for $1 a month. Once a week, Patreon exclusive content, behind the scenes stuff, instant access to everything I've ever uploaded to Patreon, private Patreon buy, sell, trade, and group chat, private Patreon Discord, private Patreon knife sales, where a lot of the stuff that I get for free is heavily discounted. A major benefit to patrons. A lot that you can get for $1 a month. If you want to join, you can, or you can not do that at all and enjoy this live stream for free, which I will always do. But if you're interested in those exclusive benefits, the link for Patreon is linked right at the top of chat. This guy sounds like a used car salesman. That's what I used to do. Okay, let's find out who won, shall we? The winner of this incredible small knife collection, well, depending on how you look at it, large knife collection plus hatchet thing is... all I have to do is touch it. Huh? Woo, no. Woo, no, not yet. Hold on. Hold on. Let's build the tension. I never do this anymore. I used to mess with you guys and build the tension a little bit. Huh? Listen to that music. Tension building music. So glad you guys can't see me dance. All right. Here we go. The winner of tonight's amazing and super diverse bladed object collection is Brady Blades. Let's go. Be there or be square. I love that you have a unique profile picture. It'll make it that much easier to find you. Brady Blades. Everybody else in chat, I know you guys are excited. Quiet down. Let's find this guy. Let's find him. If he's not here, we go on to the next one, so don't leave yet. I know you guys want to say congrats, but slow down so I can find him. Hey, there he is. He says, let's go. Let's go, Brady Blades. Please email me at mentalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name and your accurate shipping information. Do not be alarmed if I don't email you back tonight. In fact, don't be alarmed if I don't email you until Friday of next week. That's when I do my shipping. But you will get an email from me with shipping confirmation and just a couple little things that you and I go through to make sure that you are who you are. Please don't email me if you're not this guy. It's a waste of time. I got an easy way of knowing who's who. So, but if you are Brady, go ahead and email me, and I'll get all this awesome stuff to you in a priority box. No later than Friday of next week. Congratulations to Brady Blades. This is all yours, these wonderful blades. You got a lot of stuff. Enough stuff to give away to your loved ones for Christmas. Or you can be greedy and hoard it to yourself. You know, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. No judgment there. If you've seen my collection, it's ridiculous. Keep it, sell it, whatever you want to do. It's yours. Merry early Christmas. Ah, boy. I'm glad you guys like these. I thought that I was like nearing the end of my box, and then all of it. So I brought this up on Patreon, but a lot of companies and retailers and individuals in the knife community have figured out that I do these huge giveaways, and they've obviously taken note of the large population. This is a pretty big live population. These live streams tend to peak out at like 1,500, 1,600 people, which is pretty rare. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. It's pretty rare for a knife content creator to have a live population that high. They picked up on that. So they are offering to send lots of stuff for giveaways, which I've said yes to because it benefits me and you guys. So not only will these types of big, fat, crazy knife collection giveaways continue, but a lot of the stuff that I'm giving away is going to get a lot more interesting. It used to be that I'd give away like 7 budget knives and 1 kind of premium knife. In the near future, it's going to get a lot crazier than that. There's going to be some really wild stuff. So if you like this, it's going to be the same or better in the future. So anytime a company offers to send free stuff for me to give away, I will say yes to, because it benefits you guys directly, which is really fun. I love doing these live streams, and I love giving people knives. It's such a rush for me. That moment of tension before we find out who won is just as much fun for me as it is for everybody else. Always put Metal Complex in the comments of every knife purchase. Thank you. That's really nice. I've never thought of that. You do that? Zombie Kid? That's so nice. You just do that? That's so cool. Thank you. Wow. I've never even thought about that, but that's really cool that you do that. Dang. All right, cool. Thanks to anybody else who does that too. That's awesome. What watch am I wearing? This is my favorite watch out of all the watches I own. I own a lot of cool watches that I love, but the Tudor Pelagos or Pelagos, however you want to say it, this is my favorite watch. This is the most perfect, like, wear it for anything. And it's, I don't know if I'll be able to really demonstrate, but it's got scratches on it. Like, this is a watch that I wear all the time, and it bumps into stuff, and I'm not quite as protective of my watches as I am my knives. I like to wear them, and whatever happens to them, you know. But I love the Pelagos. I think that's a great watch. And it doesn't look like a hyper expensive watch, which is something that I like. I don't like flashy watches. I guess this is defined as like a tool watch, and I really like that. Nothing about this watch screams fancy watch to anybody. And that's how I like it. I just want it to look like a nice, just like a normal watch, and it does what I want it to do. And the value of it is just for me, you know, around other people. I'm not going to wear anything that's like gold or super reflective. Nothing against people who like those watches, but this watch I can wear with anything, literally anything, and that's why I like it. Doorknobs do suck, man. I slam that thing into doorknobs all the time. The other reason I like this is that it's a 60-click bezel, and it is unbelievably satisfying. It also, at the top, has a stronger detent at the 12. So if I'm doing this in the dark, it's very easy to find that position without working too well. That was a terrible example. It has a stronger detent at the 12, so it takes a little more effort to push it past 12 and get it right at the top. But I like this because everything lines up perfectly. It just looks like a very understated, you know, look. It's just nice. I like the non-flashy ceramic bezel. I like the non-reflective ceramic bezel. It's really nice. What time is it? Oh, guys, it's time. We got 2 minutes till the fight. Hey, thanks for joining me. Congratulations to the winner. Thanks so much to my wonderful patrons who have supported me through all of this insane journey. Thanks to the people who joined my live stream tonight. Thanks to my subscribers. Thanks to everybody who watches my content, even if you hate my guts. That's fine. Thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. Thanks for letting me live my dream. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend.